Hi guys, welcome back to Gardening with Dave. On this episode we're going to be talking about buds, flowers and fruit. And look at this bud on one of our electric daisies. A lot of the plants have got a little bud like this and I've had one for a fair few days now. And I'm just waiting for the day that it bursts open and we get to see what it looks like and also what it tastes like. Apparently a bit like popping candy, so that'll be interesting. Also, on our tomatoes here in the greenhouse, we've got a lot more flowers and buds. And this orange cherry alone, it's winning the race to get to the top of the strings, has got 80 flowers and buds on this one trace, and that's a whole lot of fruit. But really, to maximise our chances of getting all that fruit, we need to keep on top of the side shoots. As I explained in the last episode, anywhere you get a side shoot coming out from a branch, in between a branch and the main stem, just pick that out, and you'll have to keep doing it. I'm doing all of these branches have had side shoots, and sometimes more than one from the same part, but just keep picking it out, and then more of the nutrients and goodness will go to the fruit and maximise your yield. And another way to do that is to cut away some of the unnecessary foliage. Some of the lower branches on these we're getting up to 1.5 foot long, and there's no need for them to be that long, especially if they're touching the ground. You have issues with fungus and things like that, so any branches that are touching the ground, cut them off, and any particularly large branches you can cut in half, cut back to about 30 centimetres, something like that. Otherwise it will soon be a jungle in here. In fact, it will be a jungle in here, there's no avoiding that, but the longer we can keep on top of it, the better. And we can get access to the plants at the back, see the fruit, and keep on top of the side shoots. So any of those that need nipping off, that's cool. Once a trace is set with fruit, you know, it's not going to get any more, then the leaves, all the leaves below that can be cut away. I did once see in a science museum in Norway a tomato plant that was about 20-30 metres long. They'd coiled it round, and as it grew, the growing head, they harvested the tomatoes, and everything below that they cut off all of the side branches and then laid it round in a big coil right round the greenhouse. They used hydroponics and lights to keep the perfect conditions, but it just kept growing and growing, and it was about, as I say, 20-30 metres long, but we're obviously not going to go that far. We haven't got a long enough season and haven't got the lights and the hydroponics, so we'll probably get about 5, potentially 6 traces of fruit, and we want to get the most out of it before the end of the season, before it gets too cold. There'll become a time when even if you've got fruit on the branches, they become hard to ripen off because the weather's not warm enough even in the greenhouse. But we'll maximise that by keeping on top of the foliage and keeping on top of the side shoots. Brilliant. So what else have we got going on? Oh, well, one thing, when you cut off the side shoots or any weeding that you do, I always drop it on the ground next to the plant, and I do that across all the things I grow in the allotment, the greenhouse here, and instead of taking it away, granted it's not going to look the prettiest because you've got the foliage there on the ground, but it's keeping the nutrients. If you think about it, this tomato plant has sucked up the nutrients to grow those leaves and side shoots, and so by dropping them on the ground, and you're keeping the nutrients with the plant and helping it continue to grow, keep the soil rich and keep it happy. So what else we got over here is our cucumbers. You can see at the back there, Mystery Veg F has got lots of flowers on it. I'll take you in. There we go. Can't see any tiny cucumbers just yet, but lots of buds, lots of flowers. Some will be male, some will be female, and not all of them will bear fruit. But oh, here we go on the gherkins. There's a male one there. Can you see just in the nook of that branch? He's happy. They're all happy, they're all getting quite tall as well. Also got a forest of other ones that have sprung up in the ground, much the same as the tomato plants did, but Not decided how many to keep, how many to lose. I'm not a fan of just killing them for the sake of it, but in reality, probably got enough gherkin / cucumber varieties. So, I don't know, we'll have to decide what we do with that. I might clear some of that space to make room for a couple more tomato plants that I was gifted, 2 more varieties. So before we had 13, now we're up to 15, which I think is definitely out of hand. Never mind, all good. Aubergines doing very well, taking over. Not a lot of space left for those. I think I'm going to have to move a couple to the allotment, and all of the peppers also taking over. If I pop you in this side, you can have a little look at some of them. Last episode we were talking about the pruning the tops, and I can already show you that what a difference it's made. Do you remember we had the banana pepper that was given by a chap at the allotment, and had an accident, and something fell off the shelf and chopped the top of it off. Well, this is it. As you can see, this is where it lost its head, a little bit mangled. But check out the side shoots. He's very happy. Lots more. It's bringing him up all the way up. And the other one that was the same size before, I'll get you a good angle on there. Look, no side shoots. Very tiny starts of one, but no real side shoots. But the top has split itself into 4 or 5 heads, and there's even some buds in there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new branches. So it's kind of done what we did artificially itself. It's got to a height and thought, all right, I'm going to spread out now. So that's it. Happy days. Some of the other ones are mystery pepper A and B at the back there, with the not pruned and pruned version. Well, the pruned version has been a bit slower really. There are some side shoots showing, and the tops continue to grow because I don't think I pruned the top very well. But again, the unpruned one has started to split itself, and it's got for several branches. In fact, there's some buds in there. I don't know if you can see that. Brilliant. So we're definitely getting to get some fruit off that, and hopefully find out what mystery pepper A is. Same with mystery pepper B, and the clipped one. Oh, check out these. These are padrons here. The 2 in the bigger tubs that I potted on have got a lot bigger than the ones that I didn't put on. But padrons appear to enjoy growing from the side shoots anyway, without any clipping of the top, any pruning. Especially the ones in the tubs, they've got some quite vigorous side shoots, so maybe they just prefer to be a much bushier plant, and hopefully that means lots of padrons. Happy days. So what else have we got? Planted a lot of things out in the allotment now. Some of the peppers, because we had too many here, and as you can see I've got no room left in here. Kept it all in pots so we can move it around and keeps the plants in the sun. But the stuff at the excess has gone to the allotment, and I've got a whole area there. Perhaps I'll show you that now. So flowers, buds and fruit. Well, why don't we start here with the yellow raspberry. How cool is that? And just here, a strawberry. Now, I've had a fair few off of there already. I say a fair few, 4 or 5. It's only the first year though. Here, check out these white currants. Plenty of them, not gone white yet. We're starting to. And the red currants, again very happy, starting to turn. See a few red ones. And the black currants, a bit further along. Looking tasty. So, what else? I can fight my way out of the net. There we go. Not a great deal's changed in the onion area. Still got plenty of chard. Potatoes, no change. But here, in the tomato, cucumber, gherkin and pepper area, there's lots going on. So, lots of flowers appearing on the tomatoes, even a few tiny fruits on all of those. There's all our different types. Here on these beans, French beans, purple. Look at those flowers, beautiful. And some ants as well. The ants appear to be feasting, helping some flies. But I've already seen half a dozen ladybirds knocking around as well, so that's all good. Cucumbers. These are the 4 cucumbers that I lifted out of the greenhouse, the ones that were looking a bit peaky. They certainly look a lot happier here. And just in there, I'm sure if you can see that, a couple of little cucumbers. And then over here in courgette and squash land, lots of new things. These are our first courgettes. They're the Lebanese variety, nice light green colour. One on each of those. I'll be picking these. Very easy to pick a courgette when they're small anyway. Just grab it down by the base and give it a twist. There we go. Happy days, look at that. And lots of the other varieties a bit further behind. The Lebanese ones were the ones that were out in the cold snaps that we covered. But they seem to have thrived since then, so that's good. These ones are pretty cool. Some round ones are yellow. And over here, pretty sure, there's a green. They all look a bit muddy because of the rain splashed up the mud, but no matter. A couple of other varieties popping up too, so been eating a lot of pak choy. Well, now it's courgette time, and I've got to come up with all manner of different recipes for courgettes. Give plenty away, of course, but do like a courgette, especially homegrown. Tastes a lot different to your average shop bought one. Over in the root crops area, not a big difference. I'll quickly show you the carrots. Look at them happy fellows. And lastly, do you remember our leek head? Look at that fella. 5.5 foot tall. A few more friends over here as well. Let them grow, harvest the seeds. So there we go. Another lovely evening at the allotment. Brilliant. Just a few more flowers, buds and fruit to show you. Got the grapes up there. Lots of buds. And under here, look at all those gooseberries. Best ever year for gooseberries. They were a bit hard the other day, but always softer. Not quite ready to come off the branch yet, so we'll leave him for a bit. Our blackcurrants, one ripe one amongst all of his friends, and obviously the raspberries that we've been picking and munching daily at the moment, which is brilliant. Pak choy's gone to seed, you can see that. Yellow heads. I lost that race. I've eaten a lot of pak choy in the past week and a half. Never mind, but it's lovely. And one more thing to show you is the aubergine flowers. A lot of these have got flower heads on now, and probably by the next episode they will have opened up. Lovely purple flowers, aubergines. In fact, these are all different varieties. There's a white egg looking one and some stripy ones, so maybe they've got some different looking flowers, we'll find out. And there we go. Remember to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.